Copperhead Strike is a mock rides multi-launch coaster located at Carowinds on the South Carolina side. And this coaster is awesome and so much fun. It features great hang time and air time and has some underappreciated launches. This is our full-length, in-depth review of Copperhead Strike and our comments about what you can expect when you go to Carowinds to ride this coaster. Now, let's rise and shine. Copperhead Strike is located in the Blue Ridge Junction section of the park between County Fair and the new for 2023 Aeronautica Landing. Located towards the back of the park, Copperhead Strike is a hike to get to, but that hike is worth it as you are rewarded with incredible visuals of launching trains, suspended riders, and some of the best theming on any Cedar Fair roller coaster. More on Copperhead Strike's theming in a moment. The walk-up experience for Copperhead Strike is great, as there is a massive ride sign displaying the ride logo, which features a copper metallic snake. This ride sign works incredibly well with the visuals of trains launching up into a vertical loop, which offers you a great primer for this ride. After you finish admiring the copper-colored loop, you start to make your way back towards the ride's entrance queue. As you do so, you see some great theming of signs warning you against proceeding and to watch out for snakes. You also see the coaster's track twisting all around you. Once you get into the queue, which is very long, you will see more theming, including laundry hanging on a clothesline, a tractor, abandoned cars, and other discarded items. And there is theming at every part of the queue line. As you reach the station, you get a great view of the coaster's first inversion. You climb up some stairs up into the station, which does not have much theming, but in the station, you will board one of Copperhead Strike's two 8-row 16-passenger trains. And these trains look great. They are themed to a sleek black truck. They also have some of the most comfortable lap bar restraints we have personally experienced. Despite being bulkier than Intamin's newer over-the-shoulder lap bar restraints, which you can find on Pantheon and Velocicoaster, these mock rides lap bars are quite good. Once you have secured your lap bar restraints and cleared dispatch, you proceed forward out of the station to start your ride. As you leave the station, you enter into Copperhead Strike's first inversion, a Jojo Roll, which is a heartline roll taken at an extremely slow speed. And this inversion delivers some incredible hang time, especially in the middle rows. You get less, but still some good hang time in the back rows, but you get whipped right through this inversion towards the back. Out of the Jojo Roll, you straighten right side up as you take a right-hand turn into the barn. Inside the barn, you get some more theming and a great pre-show of Granny chasing you away. This is where you engage the ride's first LSM launch, which launches you out of the barn and up into the coaster's second inversion, a vertical loop. This vertical loop delivers some great hang time towards the front of the train and good whip towards the back. Out of the vertical loop, you fly over an incredible ejector airtime hill, which sends you flying out of your seat. While you get shot out of your seat in the back rows, you still get some great airtime across the train. You then go into a whippy corkscrew, followed by a low to the ground right-hand turn, followed by a whippy left-hand overbanked turnaround. You fly over another airtime hill, which delivers some more ejector airtime. By this time, you reach Copperhead Strike's second launch track, which accelerates you to the ride's top speed of 50 miles an hour. During that launch, you fly over another airtime hill, which gives some decent airtime, followed by a double up into an elevated cutback. This cutback delivers some more great hang time before plunging back downwards into a left-hand overbanked turn. You quickly straighten and navigate another vertical loop, which is the fifth and final inversion on the ride. This vertical loop does not give as much hang time as the first one, but it is still quite good. You then climb into a stangle dive, which gives some great lateral airtime, followed by a right-hand turn. You quickly climb into a whippy left-hand overbanked turn, followed by a quick right-hand turn. You then enter a left-hand helix, followed by a right-hand turnaround. You turn towards the left up into a slightly banked airtime hill, followed by a slightly rightward banked airtime hill, up into the final brake run, thus completing the 3,255-foot-long circuit. Based on first impressions alone, Copperhead Strike is one of the most fun coasters we have ever ridden. It just brought a smile to our faces because it truly has a little bit of everything. Great ejector airtime, whippy transitions, and some of the most incredible hang time we have experienced on a roller coaster. One of the best moments on the coaster is the Jojo Roll out of the station, sitting in the middle of the train and allowing yourself to just rest against the lap bar, arms stretched out. You get so much hang time. While you feel some good hang time on the first vertical loop and the cutback, the Jojo Roll is the star hang time inversion on the coaster. And the corkscrew has the best whip of any inversion at Carowinds, and that includes Afterburn's corkscrew. The launches may not be Storm Runner, King Ka, or even Pantheon level regarding kick, but they certainly are not forceless either. Copperhead Strike has some interesting aspects. Like at Fury, riders cannot bring loose articles with them into the queue, so they must leave those items in a locker or with a non-rider. If you do not have a non-rider to leave your stuff with, you will have to buy a locker, essentially making Copperhead Strike an upcharge attraction. This coaster has decently lower capacity than the other headlining coasters at the park. With its two 16-passenger trains, Copperhead Strike does get a longer line, but the ride operators try to mitigate this by instructing riders to pull down their lap bars only. They will then come by to fasten the seatbelts when they check the restraints. This process can definitely speed things up, allowing the crew to roll trains. When the coaster is functioning properly, that is, no issues with the launch track, the ride operators can definitely get into a rhythm. The final thing to mention about Copperhead Strike is its theming. It has nothing to do with snakes. It has to do with Granny trying to dissuade you from finding out what she is really up to, which is making moonshine instead of her prize-winning jam. And if you look closely enough, you can definitely see some subtle puns throughout the queue, like various items with the phrase "rise and shine" on them, which hint at Granny's moonshine distillery. Overall, Copperhead Strike is a great ride and a perfect addition for Carowinds. It is just pure fun and so re-rideable. For a final score, we give Copperhead Strike a 9 out of 10. It has so much to like about it and definitely complements the rest of the Carowinds top 4. So let us know in the comments if you have ridden Copperhead Strike at Carowinds, and if so, what you think about it. And if you enjoyed this video and or are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for more coaster reviews like this one. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more coaster reviews and amusement park content from Coaster Adventures, and we hope to see you in the next one.